In the distant Lilat star system, imagine yourself at the controls of a futuristic, heavily armored space fighter, the R-Wing. Lead the counterattack on an invasion force of hundreds of alien tanks, fighter ships, laser gun emplacements, and super battleships. Maneuver at warp speed through fog-enshrouded canyons, dense asteroid belts, and waves of the enemy's best defense. You must use skill and cunning to fight to the enemy's home planet, Venom, and smash the core brain for victory. This is Star Fox, developed by Argonaut Games, published by Nintendo, released in '93, and is of course part of the Star Fox series, known as Star Wing, one word in Europe. This is, well, I mean, who doesn't know about Star Fox? It was one of the first games to ever use the Super FX chip, if not the first, I believe it may have been, which let it do accelerated 3D graphics on a home console. I was almost about to say gaming, but graphics came out instead. Compare what we're seeing here in Star Fox to what they did with Doom in the last video. It's quite a bit different. The Super FX chip was an additional math coprocessor that was built into the cartridge and helped the Super Nintendo better render graphics. It's been used in other Super Nintendo games for increased processing speed. Was rebooted with Star Fox 64. There was a sequel that we never got. Here in America, anyway. I think there was a... I don't remember. There was a sequel made. Might not have been finished. Something like that. There are a bunch of games in the series. There are a bunch of games that were canceled in the series. They were supposed to be an arcade game, a Virtual Boy game, Star Fox Warriors. There were a bunch of spin-offs. Star Fox Guard, a watch game, and of course Star Fox has appeared in Smash Brothers, WarioWare, Super Mario Maker, and a bunch of other things. There were comics, a manga, a couple of mangas actually by the look of it, and some animated shorts. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of information on Star Fox. Has seen mostly positive reviews, the most acclaimed being Star Fox 64, while Zero received some mixed reviews. Star Fox took the 115th spot on EGM's greatest 200 video games of their time, 82nd best on a Nintendo system in Nintendo Power's top 200 games. Got a 34 out of 40 from Famitsu, and a 4.1 out of 5 from Nintendo Power magazine. Next Gen magazine pointed out Star Fox as helping pioneer the use of 3D video game graphics, and it has been used as an example of how, even with fully polygon design, the game was still very similar to older games, and that there was a set path to travel through each level. As Star Fox Adventures, took a different approach, many fans complained it was too much like an RPG adventure, such as Zelda. Regardless, it was praised in an IGN poll for voting. A list of 10 Nintendo characters of all time. Fox came in 4th behind Link, Mario, and Samus. In October 2009, Shigeru Miyamoto said he was disappointed that the sales of the series had decreased. And because of the popularity of the series, Google introduced an Easter egg in which, if one types "do a barrel roll" or Z or R twice into the search bar and has a system compatible with HTML5, the screen will do a barrel roll. Game Rankings gave Star Fox the original an 88%. Do I have a copy of Star Fox? I might. I don't know. I've got a bunch of games. Star Fox is great. Fantastic. There is nothing that I can think of that is wrong with Star Fox. They pushed boundaries, and they did it in a very good and interesting way. The gameplay is fun. The music is great. The different paths, the hidden levels, everything. This is just a solid. I think giving it less than an A is not quite fair. I don't know if I would give it an A+, but it's definitely worthy of an A- or an A average. Great game.